Previously on Survivor Boston. The merge brought new life to the new Pajaki 3, reuniting them with their former allies, Siobhan, Jack, and Emily Kay, to make a new majority. At the merge feast, Siobhan unraveled a clue to the hidden immunity idol to successfully find her second idol, giving her power and an inflated ego. After pulling off the first immunity challenge win of the merge, Siobhan's power only increased, putting an even larger target on her back.
At once. It's a good feeling. I have some really good selfies.
The old Green Alliance of Emily M., Dan, Will, Bailey, and Matt needed a member of the old Purple to flip in order to stay alive. Emily Kay felt outed by her team not communicating with her, and by cutting Joe before Spencer at the previous vote.
The whole Nakmaza family is a lie.
In one of the biggest blindsides in Survivor Boston history, Jack was sent home with Siobhan's idol in his pocket.
Great. Yeah.
Leaving Old Purple shocked. 10 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I genuinely really did not think he was going to go home.
I was excited.
He had it?
Woo.
Why did you have it?
That was.
He asked me for it. So you didn't play it.
Wait, you had it.
What? F***ing idols out of the game? That's great.
Don't mind me, I'm just getting.
I had my hand on his back when Jacob was asking for an idol, and I was just like, don't do it, you don't need it, it's gonna waste it. And that was the wrong move, and I regret that because he really, really wanted to play it. But Emily Kidd, this could be the stupidest choice that anyone has made on this show. I could handle being betrayed if it was a smart move. For them to flip and keep one of the most manipulative, smartest, and physically strong players in this game.
First merge, everyone.
I'm speechless.
Zoe,
Basically, I wanted to die. That was like the worst thing in the world. It was the worst feeling in the world. The fact that Jack got voted out. People are up in here like, oh, Spencer, you're snaky. You're sneaky because of, what you did to Natalie. Number one, that was literally like 5 or 6 episodes ago at this point. Get over it, people. But also, number 2, are you kidding me? I'm the snaky one? Hello, Emily Kidd. Here's my title of snake, giving it right over to you. Like, what? I was just absolutely, like, blindside. Like, that's the definition of a blindside. I was shocked.
Hey guys, so we're all on Survivor. What's up? Oh my god.
We just did that.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. There was like 6 votes versus 5. That was. Whoa!
That was terrifying.
Wow.
Like, I had to do it because basically when it came down to it, Jack and Tay were like telling me like, oh, we're gonna kick this person off, Like, never asking for my opinion, always just saying who they were planning on voting off. Like, we all decided that it's better to just, like, it was better to hang back at first and now emerge as like a strong player who's willing to make moves than like start out as a target, kind of like Jack and Tay and Emily and Spencer did.
I was really expecting Emily to vote Emily off. I didn't expect that she would flip with us, and it was kind of the most incredible experience I've ever experienced. Emily McDonald had no idea if I had A, gotten to Emily Kidd yet, or B, if Emily Kidd had even like agreed to do it, and no one knew about it until we got there. I think I just did a Survivor thing. It was like kind of cool.
How are you?
I didn't think it was good to like make a big move right at the start of the merge. So I was like, yeah, I'll stick. I'll like get rid of Jack, and just show like Emily M that like I have respect with her. But I actually expected Emily Kid to stay with them, and then I was gonna be like, oh, we're in the minority and everything, and then I was gonna start trying to make moves.
And then I was like, I talked to Bailey because he's like my closest ally. He's like, we're voting Jack, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then Will said he was voting Jack, and I kind of been hanging around with him.
I really like Isabella a lot. Me and her we're like very similar minded. We have same sense of humor and everything. We get along well. Tay, I've gotten really close with Tay. I almost felt like I betrayed Tay and Isabella with the Jack vote, and I don't really want to do that again if I want to consider them working with me.
Tay like sent me a Facebook message, and she was like, yo, who you voting tonight? And I didn't see it until after we voted Jack off. You're like,
My bad.
I was like, I'm so sorry, but to answer your question, Jack.
Oh my gosh.
So moving forward after the Jack vote, I definitely had to kind of rally my group, which is now me, Isabella, Tay, and Siobhan. And we had to like rally together and really try our hardest to insert ourselves into the Greens and just kind of try and make alliances with them, try and like convince them that we would be willing to work with them.
I'm willing to work with you guys. I want to work with you guys. And I know right after Tribal happened, I haven't spoken to really any of them. I talked to Siobhan because we're outside of the game and stuff like that.
Spencer, he is a little bit suspicious and everything and kind of scary. And Siobhan does have her idol, which makes me uneasy.
But otherwise, I haven't really talked to Tay or really talked to Isabella. So I don't really know what they're planning.
Hey, Laura.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Can we not bring that meme into this space?
Alright, are you guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Yeah.
First things first, Siobhan, I'll take that back.
Oh man, this is lag.
Once again,
Yeah, clout.
immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you will be competing in 3 parts. For the first part, you will be sitting in the 10 chairs behind you, and Oreo will be balanced on your head. The goal is to get it.
I have the proof. It is an eating challenge.
So the first 5 of you from the Oreo move on to the next part where we have 5 baskets, 4 balls in each basket. The goal is to throw the ball, get it in the basket. First 3 people to get all 4 balls in their basket move on to the final puzzle, which is a math puzzle. First person to completely finish that puzzle wins immunity, guaranteeing themselves a 1 in 9 shot at winning the game. Everyone else, you guys might be voted out. The 9th person voted out, and the 2nd member of the jury, and join Jack in our amazing group chat.
Okay.
It's just
If you want to do Oreo, just call out to me, but it might waste time. All right.
Real quick.
For immunity, survivors ready. Go. Immediately, Oreo.
Wait, no, I got it.
Damn, Reese on.
Wait, can I
I've lost mine.
Into your mouth, you can hold it
Mine's
there.
cracked, dude. Yo, Jacob, I need one. Mine got completely shattered.
Listen, make sure you're focusing on.
Okay, I'm taking my glasses off.
Emily moves on.
I'm moving.
Now you can stand up over here. Looking for 3 more.
Oh man!
Joseph, try to get a little wider on both of them.
I just say me, and then I just said
Spencer
all man.
drops.
I'm having a
Everyone has a Emily moves on. Oh, it's Siobhan moves on. That's it. Everyone else.
I was grasping it with my teeth.
Moving on to the next round. Emily K, Emily M, Will, Matt, and Siobhan. All right, first 3 to get all their balls in their buckets. Move on to the final round. Survivors ready? Go.
Let's go, team.
Right off the bat, Emily Kidd gets 1. Will gets the first one. Matt with 2.
I can't find my purple. I don't know where it went.
Grab a ball, find it wherever.
Y'all got this. Come on, team. Go. No!
is in. That counts.
Oh, that counts for him? Wait, mine went in here. Oh, yeah.
Yo, somebody I have a white ball here.
I don't know. Will win 2. Emily gets her first one.
That one has 3.
Siobhan not getting any love. Emily has
Thanks,
3.
Jacob. I needed the encouragement there.
Emily M has 2. Matt has 3. Will has 3. Emily Kidd is moving on to the final round. Siobhan has her first one. Emily M has 1 more.
Jacob, wearing a fucking dress.
Wait, Matt Inner just knocked Will's ball.
Someone's glasses.
Someone's glasses are on the ground there with Siobhan.
That's just like you.
Oh, good.
Siobhan's is in. That's 2. Emily M moving on to the next round. We're looking for 1 more. Will or Siobhan. Siobhan down to 1 more. The next person to score a ball moves on to the next round.
Y'all got 3 in already. Do it.
Wait, just really slow and easy.
How would this not make a
Go so close to the left.
Everyone's still trying to get their last ball. Will moving on to the final round. We have Matt, Emily Kidd, and Will moving on to the math puzzle.
Let her get this one.
Everybody put your pieces down.
And grab a pen.
Let her wrap.
Alright, so the way that this works is, so you see there's a number in the middle and then there's like the 4 sections of the circle that have a number in it. All of the 3 circles surrounding that number, so for example, this plus this will equal 16.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll come over and
You guys have a bag of numbers in front of you. When I say go, you can take those numbers out. You get as many guesses as you want until someone gets it. All the producers will have the answer on their phones. It's in the group chat. Some numbers in that bag will not be used. All right. Will's excited. Survivor's ready.
Oh my god.
Go.
Bag is out. I love cardboard so much.
Will is just having an exciting time with some good old math.
Some good old
We might be here 5 minutes. We might be here a solid hour and a half
be
to the
here
rest
till
of our
everybody
lives.
comes in here.
How soon is challenge? It'd be the rest of our lives.
That's a 9, right, kid?
That's a 9. Maybe just like the where at a certain point we give up with you guys and we made it easier.
Yeah, do you get cheated when I didn't have a piece of my cardboard?
We're like, make sure you had 14 pieces.
Oh, is this?
Not make a season 1 appearance. Oh man. Whenever you think you have
It's
it.
all 3 added.
What's up?
All 3 added. Like,
So I want you to
I know that
I think I may have got it.
All right, Mama. Let's see here. Let's check if she get it. Oh, Sarah, shake her head.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, I'm doing better than me.
Sorry.
Gets the first check.
She wins. Okay. Let's move over to other.
19.
And neither.
8 plus 8 is 16 plus 4 is 20. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. Ooh! Good job!
Wait, I want to understand.
All right, Emily, come on over.
But sort of.
All right, Emily is safe tonight. Emily is safe at Tribal Council. She
What
will
is
not
Tribal
be voted out. We'll plan that.
Sorry, I thought it was already.
As for the rest of you, one of you will be the 9th person voted out, the 2nd member of the jury. You can grab your stuff, head out. We'll reach out for her.
Have a good night, everybody.
I was so proud of her. Math has always been a struggle for her, and to see her get past these 2 physical competitions and then kill it in the math competition, I was so happy. Like,
personally, I want Emily McDonald out of this game. I'll tell that to her face. I'll tell that to anyone. I'll say that to Jacob. I'll say that at the challenge tonight. I want Emily McDonald out of this game, but I'm gonna keep voting majority.
I respect that. I do respect that about you, just because like you're truthful.
Frankly, I don't care about Emily McDonald, and frankly, if she didn't have immunity, I'd be writing her name down again tonight. I probably will write it down just to cleanse my soul a little bit. Yeah, every single week that she's in this game, I will continue to write her name down, and I will never, the only time I will be writing her name down on a piece of parchment is to send her home. AKA, if she makes it to Final 3, she will not have my vote. I don't care if a dead cat is up there up against her, she will not have my vote.
Going forward, there's like 1 week that I'm like, I want to know when the right time is for this, because that's going to be a move.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. It seriously will be.
Matt at least makes it fun when he's lying to your face. Like, you know, it's a lot more fun and like refreshing. You know, because it's like, wow, I just had a conversation with Dan and I knew he was lying the whole time, but he was too scared to like admit it or anything. Matt is the type of person that if you sat down with him and you just interrupted him and you were like, Matt, you lie to me every single time we talk, he'd be like, yeah.
I feel like the group that we have is still together in our votes. However, we all have different targets, if that makes sense. So for me, I want Spencer out. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight, but that's who I have my eyes on. I know Emily has eyes on Tay. She wants Tay out. So Tay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do Tay.
Yeah.
If I
love Tay, but
I do too.
Yeah, normally me and Tay talk, and I know she did not want to talk to me after what happened, so like we haven't spoke at all.
Here's the thing.
yeah, sorry Tay.
Emily and Matt, I'm confident that not necessarily we're going to the end, but we're gonna, like, I can't trust them. Emily Kidd at this point, actually. Emily Kidd, I feel like I'm very trusting in her right now, just because she seems like she got, you know, wrecked by somebody in that, or like the other tribe, and like, or the other alliance. So like, she got kind of just, she kind of got used by them, and now she's come to us, and we've been, you know, good to her, and she seems, and I think she needs people to trust the game. So her trust, I feel like, is now going to be reciprocated by by my trust, and it's kind of a working relationship right now.
If anything screws up with the voting at all, like, that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
So I think as long as we're all together on
Thank
this.
you for voting Tay with me.
Of course.
Oh yeah, we're all voting Tay. Is that the thing?
Let's all vote Tay.
Alright.
As much as like it makes me feel bad at this point, like I want Tay to go because I feel so guilty going to every challenge like with her and like just seeing her like cute happy face but like also sad eyes, like knowing that I probably just voted out Jack. So I like kind of just want her to leave as soon as possible so I feel like I have no ties to Makwa.
I really, and this is part of the reason I decided to like, I wanted to fight and stay. Yeah. Was after I heard that, you know, the boys were just gonna like essentially knock down. I don't want an all guy Final 3. Yeah. That's talked to Isabella and Tay, and I was like, how would you feel about just teaming up with the Emilys and just having
doing a girl fight?
Yeah.
I like that idea. I just like I don't trust. I don't trust Tay or Isabella, and I don't think that they trust me, and I think it's for good reason. And I think that like I can imagine like
if you work with Isabella. What do you have?
I feel so much because she's voted against me every week and has openly said she's wanted me out.
Does anything ever really change in this game? I mean, and I am very much expecting for Tay, Spencer, or myself to go home this week. And I really just hope I don't go home. And or that I don't have to burn my fucking idol for no reason. And that if I do play it, that, you know, it actually goes to good use and I choose the right person to play it on, whether that's myself, Spencer, or Tay. So, do you have a name?
Honestly, like, I don't know anyone, and like...
Okay, I'll tell you, I mean, I know them all. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you
challenges. Bailey's strategic.
Bailey was.
So Emily M ends up winning the challenge, and she's literally like the last person I want to win immunity because I want her to leave. So basically we have to, from this vote,
my plan is to like kind of bring her down. So I jumped into their conversation, and Siobhan was like trying to pitch an alliance to Emily, and then Siobhan was like, "Who would you vote out?" And Siobhan and Emily wanted it to be one of the Green Boys, and so Emily said your name, and then she said Will's name, and then she was like, but Bailey's really strategic, so then she was like, all right, we'll go with Bailey.
She was like, yeah, no, they're throwing votes at you tonight, just to let you know. And I was like, oh shit. And I had kind of been thinking that because I hadn't really talked to anyone, and I guess I'm very strategic. And I feel very good that Tay just divulged all of that information to me without holding, well, I don't think she held much back, but she might have. But it seemed like if she was going to vote me out, she wouldn't have told me that everyone was planning on voting me out. Awesome.
Yay.
Great.
Enjoy your confessional. I'm gonna go nap now.
Because Tay is now super loyal to me first, then to Spencer, because she lost her one main ally, and Siobhan has gone insane. Siobhan has literally lost her mind. I don't know what Siobhan's doing. Siobhan has gone nuts, and I'm pretty sure she's working with Emily.
She wants to win Emily M's trust for some reason, and it's just like there are a bunch of these like little things that she's doing that are super shady, and we don't know if we can trust her or not.
I made a promise to myself and to Jack Almer after the vote happened that, you know, I don't think I'm gonna win. I don't think I'm gonna make final 3, or even final 5, because the game's just kind of too stacked at this point. But I am going to burn it to the ground and salt the earth.
This is one of those things where I'm like, I like this game.
That was insane. I don't know how. I literally don't know how I'm here, and neither does anyone else.
And we did it at just the right moment.
Yeah, totally. That was it. That was it.
Perfect.
And now we have Emily Kidd. So here's okay. Tell me the other thing that you wanted to tell me.
So, I found out from Dan and from Isabella that Jack walked out of that room with one of the hidden immunity idols, which means that it's no longer in play.
Do we know that that is true?
Before I started in this place where, like, you know, this was more about being fun and kind of like a cool challenge, and I thought Emily would probably respect me if I somehow like backdoored her out, and like, you know, it would be like a that's not the case. Like, I think by the time when we switched tribes for the first time, I realized how much I truly like missed Emily, Dan, Bailey, Will, all of them. And like, I instantly felt so bad about ever talking about that I wanted Emily out. I still am, because, you know, she's a good player.
We need to flush the idols. I think we should go for Isabella, because I think that Siobhan won't play her idol.
She won't play her idol for Isabella. Unless they become super close over these next.
3 and 3, and they have 4.
Fuck, she literally makes me want to throw something through a window. She is so irritating, it's not even funny. She makes everything all, oh my god, she's so annoying. And she literally at every challenge like is like, oh, like ready to win. Like everything sucks because of her. Like this game isn't fun because she's so anal about everything. But Siobhan's getting there too, and guys, I'm here to have fun. Just kidding. I'm here for the camera. But also, you guys suck. And like, she's like in her head and she's controlling her whole team, and just like, how is she still here? Honestly, if they went to one more tribal, goodbye, Emily.
Spencer makes me. Spencer is gonna go at some point. Yeah. He has to. Yeah. Spencer still wants me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you know why? Does he know something that we don't, Emily?
No.
Because Dan really likes me and he really trusts me because I'm a theater and performance major. So gotta work on that, Dan.
So I don't know what to do. I feel like this is so tough.
Cause she wants Tay.
She told me she wants Tay.
I think like what would benefit me in like terms of having a solid relationship with everyone else is like, because I know that my Pajak people were like, we need to get Tay out, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to work with Tay and like have a good relationship with her.
I feel like what would happen is like, if it was like me, Bailey, Will, Matt, and Emily, it would be like Matt, Emily, Will.
Yeah. And then they take off you and Bailey. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Which is why I think we need to make a big move now so that we can work with both sides initially. This would like break up the line that's divided.
Because if I have these strong relationships, the purple people are gonna trust me and like not get me out right out of the way. So I'm like, well, how about we go for Emily Kidd? I don't fully trust her that much. I just don't know her that well.
I'm affecting this game. I don't know if I'm controlling it, but somehow the wind blows and I'm blowing it. And then he was like, I feel like we're not making any moves. Let's make a move. Like everyone thinks I'm a small player. Like let's do something. I'm serious about me, you, and Bailey to the end. I was like, solid. Let's do it.
It's like there's that saying like flippers never win, you know?
Yeah, but Spencer flipped on his old tribe, which worked to his advantage because then like
I don't want to get rid of a green person too soon because then Emily M would come after me and she's very aggressive in the game, which is very scary. So I don't want like her coming after me. Also, I feel like I have a really good relationship with like Matt, Bailey, and Will, and I don't want to break that off too soon. So I'm very like, I know what's going on and everything. I know both sides very well, I feel. Yeah, but like if you want me to start making big moves to gain your respect, I'll do that.
For us, because we won and we voted out Jack, obviously we were like, yes, we draw the line in the sand, but all the purples are like, no, we'll just rethink everything and like reset the game and reset alliances.
As much as I would love to take out someone big like Will, that can wait. I think Dan's feelings about working with us are a lot more important right now.
Hey Survivor Boston fans, hope you're enjoying the episode. So just to give you guys a little bit of context on this upcoming Tribal Council, Emily M had to leave early for Thanksgiving break, where she ended up going to Austria, which is so cool. But this means she's going to be missing this Tribal Council, and we couldn't really reschedule it before break. So we all agreed, including cast, that Matt could cast Emily M's vote for her. Everyone on cast agreed to this rule, so Matt will be casting Emily M's vote, even though Emily M will not be at this Tribal Council. Enjoy.
Vote me out.
Please vote me out.
Vote me out, Talbert.
I would love to get voted out.
I want to go home.
I don't know what to take
I absolutely.
There's a chair right there.
There's also a chair. That's for Emily M.
What?
Exactly.
Pour one out.
We still have to do it.
Okay.
She was coming! I thought you lied on me.
Hey guys, I'm Emily.
Alright, let's address what happened at the last Tribal Council, our first merged vote. Dan, last time you said it was like drawing a line in the sand. So is that line still in the sand, or are people starting to shift?
I mean, with every vote, like, you always have people who definitely start to shift, but I definitely think the Jack vote did cause, like, a line to be in the stand, and then people started to scramble afterwards and whatnot.
Who started scrambling?
I don't know if I should name names. Everyone scrambles. Like, yeah. Yo.
So, Will, if everyone's starting to scramble, does that get you really worried?
It gets me excited. Part of us are scrambling, but I don't think that all of us are. I think that there's still kind of I think the line in the sand is still drawn. I do think that's still true.
So if the line in the sand is still drawn, who are on what sides?
At this point, I think it's pretty clear from last week that it is me, Matt, and Emily, Bailey, Dan, and Emily Kidd that are on one side, and the rest are on the other side. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on that side. But it is very clear from last week. You would be stupid not to see what happened.
So there you go. So you're saying Siobhan, Tay, Isabella, and Spencer being the other four that you didn't mention.
No, I'm saying the other people on the other side because I don't know where they align. I didn't want to put their names down because I don't know who's with who on that side. I genuinely don't. But considering they voted together, then that leaves me thinking they're going to vote together this week, but I really do not know. All I know is we're going to probably be voting together. Probably. I mean, it's only in our best interests, I would say.
So, Emily, you were brought up as being someone who is now with the green side of the numbers, you flipping on the old purple tribe. Does this potentially put a target on your back?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I knew that going into the last decision, but
as a Makwa, like the whole tribe, I felt like it was starting to like be like a little shaky, just like based on the fact that like Joe went home and that like from the beginning of just Makwa, like we would vote out the weakest like member. Like we all loved Sarah, but we felt like she had to go. So I foresaw that happening to myself. So I did what was strongest for me.
Siobhan, you have been pointed out as someone who's in the four, who's in the minority. How can you potentially flip this?
Everybody's made it clear that, you know, they're one side or the other, and it's like, just, it seems kind of like a waste of energy to try to pull people back when they've already, like, kind of made their decision.
So Bailey, great sign for you. If you're on the group of 6, you're not in the 4.
Yeah, you would think that, but alas, I spent most of my weekend worried that I was being voted off because I heard whisperings that my name was being brought up in those talks. Yeah, no, it just goes to show, even when you think you're safe, you're probably not. Isn't that what Survivor is all about?
Who are these whispers coming from? Are they coming from your side, the other side? Where are they coming from?
Well, I was, because Emily is, communicating with all of us just textually, and she just sent me a text that was like, hey, they're throwing votes at you tonight. And I was like, oh shit. And then
Emily also sent me a text this morning telling me that I was voting for Bailey, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. Thank you.
you're gonna vote for me?
That's what I've been told.
So, Isabella, does that potentially say something about Emily M?
Yeah!
Hey, you're voting for person tonight. What does that say about
Emily M? That she is paranoid and has been controlling this game from day 1. Are you kidding me? Bye. She literally eats, sleeps, breathes this game. Now she's in Germany, and you think that's gonna stop her from reaching out to every single person?
They're so mad. Emily is still reaching out to people even while not here, even while she has immunity, and it's making a lot of people feel very paranoid. According to Will, you guys are on the same side of that line. Is that good or bad for you?
I don't think it's necessarily either. I mean, I feel that paranoia also, and that paranoia goes a long way to making you kind of questioning motives and certain things, but at the end of the day, you trust the people you trust, and if that gets you out of this game, then that's so sad.
Exactly. Spencer, you trust the people you trust, and if you don't,
I'm gonna have a hard
you're out of the game. How do you determine the people you're working with?
It's not necessarily about who I trust, it's just about trying to ensure that we have enough numbers going forward. I mean, I definitely trusted people going into tonight, but I don't know, now that I'm sitting here, seeing people whisper, seeing people nervous, shaking around.
Who are some of those people?
Well, I mean, I definitely see Bailey very nervous. I definitely see Dan very nervous. I'm just a little bit concerned about certain things.
So Dan, you just got called out right there. Someone who's looking very nervous right now. And
nervous.
apparently before this,
Okay.
Spencer trusted you, even though you've been mentioned to be on 2 separate sides.
Okay. I was put in, like, with the Jack vote, I wasn't really, like, alerted of it until right before the tribal council was starting. So I'm just, like, now, like, new information is being thrown my way and stuff, like, last minute again. And I talked to a lot of people, and it's tough because it's just really tough. And I think I'm gonna go with what I think is right tonight for me.
So Tay, do you think this vote is gonna make the line even deeper and separate 2 sides, or do you think a tie can just come wash the sands away?
You know, I did want to see everyone kind of have like an equal chance and just kind of like see things change. But if things are still divided, like as many implications are saying they are, then that really sucks.
All right, it's time to vote. Matt, we're starting with you.
Last time we went right from left.
You deserve better.
Just safer right now.
Gonna vote for Brian Rope.
Who am I voting for? Fuck, Emily? Yeah.
Emily, I'm voting you tonight because I don't like you in this game and I really want you gone. Oh, wait. The Emily I want to vote unfortunately has immunity. So for now, gonna have to stick with this one, but trust me, baby, coming for you next time.
Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll play it, just playing with it. Just fiddling.
Oh.
So she's not playing it.
So she's not playing.
Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. Tay.
That's me.
Tay. 2 votes Tay. Emily K.
Do the what?
Emily Kidd.
It's lovely.
2 votes Emily Kidd, 2 votes Tay. Emily Kidd. Tay. 3 votes Tay, 3 votes Emily K. We're tied. Emily Kidd. Tay, tied again. 4 votes Tay, 4 votes Emily Kidd.
He definitely
2
like
votes left.
went and read.
It's for drama.
For the television.
Emily Kidd. 5 votes Emily Kidd, 4 votes Tay, 1 vote left.
Oh my god.
I don't want to play rocks.
Sucks.
9th person voted out, the 2nd member of our jury, Emily Kidd. You need to bring me your buff. Emily Kidd, the tribe has spoken. Out.
Hate to see it.
2 votes as a new tribe, 2 blindsides. You guys are really getting great at that. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night.
Damn.
Thank you.
Was it a blindside?
Yeah, that was not.
Lover, much love.
Damn.
Love Emily. Cute lady.
Thanks.
Great.
Thanks for having us.
We get Emily Kidd in here.
I'm glad I got to where I got. A little salty, not that salty of being voted out. I have to say, like, I'm glad I went out with a bang. Like, I'm glad I kind of like made my mark. Otherwise, I just would have been like picked off. I didn't think I was a character to like make it that far, so I'm glad I did what I did. I really hope that the people I side with at the end, Will and Matt, win.